Hello all you numbers, I'm Cal13 and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about styles. Yes, this has probably been overdone to the max, but personally, from when I first started drawing to now, my style has been influenced, has been changed multiple times. And so today I want to talk about how a style can be influenced, how it evolves, or reasons why it may be staying the same, even though it may not be the best work you can create. So, first, I want to talk about how styles change. For most people who are artists, one of the first steps they usually do is the tracing scene. Like that's a normal thing. I traced when I was younger because I didn't know it was wrong. Second, I liked how it looked and I didn't know how to draw it myself. So, in a sense, tracing can help you learn, but you cannot depend on it forever. For me, tracing was, in a sense, one of the first steps for me to start learning how the body worked and how some poses were reasonable and how some just were not. And if you are currently someone who does trace a lot, just take a deep breath, look at what you're drawing, and instead of like putting your paper to the screen and tracing it off of the screen, or putting a piece of paper on top of another piece and tracing that, try instead just drawing it yourself. Draw it how you feel you want it to look, and if it doesn't look like what you want it to, that means you just need more practice. Your hands are not used to drawing the way you want things to look, and that can be a consequence of tracing, because everyone's hands draw differently. We all have different muscle memories for our hands. So when you only rely on the tracing, your hands cannot get a proper muscle memory for what you like to draw. It only gets a muscle memory for how other people draw and how multiple different people might draw. So it's not very beneficial to you in the long run. Second of all, if you're an artist, you're probably on social media. So seeing other artists will inspire you greatly. And most people, their art will start to mimic some aspects of a different artist that they find appealing. I know that for me, I really enjoy the line art style. I always have. And that's a big part from just seeing all these artists who have these really nice line arts that look really, really pretty. Um, I can't really recall what other artists I take inspiration from, especially since I haven't really been on social media too much as of late from when my style personally started to change once again. And but if you're noticing you're drawing something similar to what another person draws, that's personally, I feel that is okay. It is a way for you to learn how to draw. If you like how someone does a nose, it's alright to draw that kind of nose. A style is not just one aspect of a drawing. A style is a mixture of different things, like how you draw a nose, how you do a face, how you do mouths. Like with my mouths, I do a very specific type, especially if I have an open mouth, where as of recently, I started actually drawing bottom teeth because I feel it looks nicer in my opinion. And I think that was an influence from a different artist. I really cannot remember, but I saw it once and I'm like, oh, where I saw it was in the Korean manga Lookism. If you've read it, it's such a good, it's so good. But if you have not, I definitely do recommend it. It is a really cool manga, and it hits a lot of realistic bases that I can relate to personally, and a lot of our people can probably relate to when it comes to bullying and all that. Anyways, that inspired me to do bottom teeth because for them they do a realistic style, so bottom teeth is a common occurrence. And I liked how it looked, so I incorporated it into my style. And I like how it looks in my style. So it's a win-win. And my art looks nothing like theirs. So, but if you are like taking everything from one kind of artist, it's not going to really help you because you have your own ideas, you have your own imagination, and if you're only using someone else's art to inspire you, your art's not going to change in the way you want it to. Your art's not going to reflect what you like. It will reflect more what that person likes. So, what I'm trying to say for improving art is if you find inspiration from different artists, take it. It's okay if you take one or two things that you like how they draw arms, or how they draw hands, or how they do a specific type of posing. It's okay to take one little aspect. It's not going to become their art from just one thing. And if you have inspiration from multiple different artists, even better, because as you bring all these different inspirations together, soon enough, you can't even tell what inspiration caused what piece of your art to evolve. Now, another way your art can evolve is just through practice. A lot of YouTuber artists say this in any video they create about how to improve your art, how to get your own art style. But it is really important. You have to practice. No, you don't have to draw every day, but I do recommend you at least try to draw something once a week, especially if you want to make art more than just a hobby, because that way you will find your groove. You will find what feels best to you, how you like drawing something, how you like it to look. You will help yourself improve so much easier. And my final say for actual improving and evolving your artwork is references. It's okay to look at references. Pablo Picasso did it. Everyone did it. I'm trying to remember other names, but art history is failing me right now. But it's okay to look at a reference. If you don't know how to draw that pose, and whenever you try to draw it, it doesn't look right, find a picture that's either that is the pose you want to draw or very similar, or maybe if you know exactly what you want to draw pose-wise, have someone take a picture of you posing. Just that way you can see how it should be done. Or if you don't know how to draw a certain body type, like someone who is on the heavier side, or someone who is very curvy, or someone who is very muscular, look up different references of these body types. You can go to Pinterest, you can go to Google, you can go to a lot of different places and they will have what you need. Like, a lot of the times in a lot of my drawings, I will have a little reference picture in the corner, and I usually, if I do not know how to draw a pose, which I'm still learning, it may not look like I'm learning, but I am. I don't know how to draw a lot of things, and I should probably practice drawing more things, like animals. So maybe I'll start drawing some animals in the future. But that's another thing. Just draw things you're not comfortable with, because that will help you in the long run. At least I feel like it should. And that's all I can really think of saying for how to improve and evolve your work. Now, a reason why your work might be staying the same is you may just like how it looks, so you don't want to change it at all. But if you don't like how your artwork is looking and you don't know how to make it better, that may be because of the fact you do not want to put in the time to try to make it look better. Again, it is another practice makes perfection. Practice will help you get what you like. And if you don't like how you're coloring, because that's one big thing, a lot of artists color very differently. If you don't like how you color, then change it. Don't just stick to that style of coloring. Look up different ways to color things. Look at speed arts. A lot of the time, I learned how to do some shading due to speed arts because I enjoyed how they looked. And I've definitely changed from how I used to do my shading, where I like the more softer feel. I've explained this in a past video. But if you don't like how you draw a face, you may have a same face problem where you only draw one type of face, one kind of expression. Just take that expression, and if you draw a lot of happy people, draw someone sad, draw them crying. That may actually help you in the long run to have them looking upset, because then you're getting the practice of drawing different things, and hence, and forth, it will let you be able to draw what you want to better and draw what you like instead of what you're not happy with. So that's all I really have to say about art styles and how you can either make them better or why you might not be getting where you want them to be. And to be honest, this is a redrawing video where I'm going to be showing the first drawing of this character that I did in 2014, a second drawing that I did in 2017, and then the drawing where I just did it the other day of Flax. So bye!